welcome back to my channel. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for another video. I am Paige Sechler. If you're new here, if you're not new, welcome back. Thanks for joining us for another video. Today's video is, well, you know what it is from the title, but I filmed this video last year and I think I want to keep doing it every year, and it's blank things I learned in blank years of being alive. So like, it's like kind of a birthday tag-ish thing, I guess is what you would call it. So this year is 21 things I've learned in 21 years because I turn 21 tomorrow. Today is November 15th. My birthday is November 16th. And I'm really excited. I mean, I don't drink. I'm not really into it. Like occasionally I will, but I don't know, just kind of, it's a birthday and it's kind of cool. I mean, it's like kind of the last big milestone birthday for quite a while. So we are excited, and I made a little list here of my things that I, you know, want to say. So after you watch this video, you can go back and do the same thing I did and watch last year's video of 20 things I learned in 20 years. And honestly, a lot of the stuff I said still apply. Like, obviously it still applies, but I was like, oh yeah, like that is so true. Okay, sorry, I had to switch my camera battery. But also, we'll address the elephant in the room. Yes, I do have a naked Christmas tree over there. Yes, it is only November 15th and my Christmas tree is up. But since we got married like in the fall, I didn't really decorate my house for fall because I, you know, didn't have time. And so our house just seems so like empty. And I was like, you know what? I'm just jumping right to Christmas. So don't judge me. I know you guys are all thinking of it and looking at it. So we're gonna get into this video. God's plan is better than my plan. Quality over quantity when it comes to friends. I can count on probably one hand my friends, my true, genuine friends. And I'm totally fine with that because I trust them. They support me. They root for me. They're there for me no matter what I need. The older I get, the more I can see that, you know, you have like acquaintances, people you know, people you went to high school with, people you hung out in high school. But the older you get, the older you, or the more I am realizing that not everybody is there for me. Not everybody wants to see what's best for me, and I'm starting to see people's true colors. And it's okay to grow apart, to move on, to not be as close with people that you used to be best friends with, because as you get older, you change, and sometimes you just change apart. Cooking is therapeutic. If you didn't know, I just got married, so I've really, I mean, since we've moved in, I mean, I've always known I liked cooking, but since we've moved in and I've been preparing to like be a wife, I want to do that for my husband. I want to make good, hearty, healthy meals for us that we can enjoy, and I genuinely like cooking. I don't really like doing the dishes at the end, but that's what Max helps me with. And when you're learning to cook, a part of it being therapeutic for me anyway, is practice makes perfect. And when you're cooking, it's so easy to not have something perfect that you can tweak and experiment with, and then it becomes perfect. So it's just a nice way to kind of just experiment and try new things and just take off the pressure of being perfect, because no meal is ever going to be perfect. It's just going to be what you want it to be. A savings account is a must, and I'm pretty sure I said something about a savings account in my last year's video, but still 100%. I mean, I'm realizing it more and more each day. A savings account is 100% must. I guess along with that is be aware of where your money is going. A letter or number does not define you. And again, I had something like this in last year's video, but the older I get, the more I'm realizing that my weight doesn't define me. My bank account number doesn't define me. That society just has this way of putting on people that numbers define us. You know, your weight, your salary, your amount of followers and subscribers, and the amount of likes you get. Like, none of that honestly matters. Like, I'm sorry if that sounds rude, but like genuinely to the core, it shouldn't affect me, and it shouldn't affect who I am and how I am as a person. So this kind of goes hand in hand with one of them that I said before, and that is that not everybody is going to want to see you succeed. And I learned this the hard way, and it kind of taught me to just keep things to myself, that not everyone's going to want to hear about my success and the plans that I have and the things that are happening in my future, and that's okay. I have learned to trust, you know, that handful of friends that I have, and they're the ones that are excited, that ask to hear about it, and the ones that push me to succeed. So just because not everyone wants to hear about it doesn't mean it's not worth it. So don't forget to be your own #1 supporter, because you're really the only one that can push yourself enough to succeed. A toxic work environment will change you as a person. That one was a hard one to learn, and you may hear that and then think, what the heck, Paige, you're still at the same job. Yes, that's the case, but along with a toxic work environment changing you, I've learned to deal with a toxic environment differently. I've learned how to keep to myself a little bit more. I've learned how to just do things differently. So stay true to yourself even when things are hard, and make the best out of a worse situation. Don't let it change you. Being married young is the best thing that Max and I could have done for ourselves. People, oh my gosh, so many people, I don't want to say criticized us, but you could tell they were like judging us a little bit when they, you know, said, oh my gosh, you're getting married, you're like a teenager. That's fine. I mean, they can say that all they want. I am so happy and blessed. I mean, along with that, we've also been dating since we were 14, so we had a lot of time together under our belt. But it's something beautiful because, you know, I always said, sorry, sis, are you scratching? I always said, and like Max and I always say, oh, you know, I can't wait to grow old together. We're gonna be little old people together. But it's like, we don't just get to grow old together. We get to grow up together. And that is so cool. And it's taught us so much, not only about ourselves, but it took work. I mean, as you're growing up from 14 to 21, like, that is a lot of growth that happens between there, and it's a lot of work that goes into making sure that you're growing together and not apart, and adjusting and seeing change and supporting each other. Like, it's just always, it's just very cool would be the word I put. Like, we can see everything, we know each other, and I mean, we learn lessons, we're doing the thing, you know. Stand your ground, know your worth, and stand firm at it. Don't let people waver what your self-worth and self-value is. It's important to be different and be passionate, and once you have that passion, it's easy to stand up for what you believe in. Everybody has a story. Everybody has their own shit that they're going through. Always try to be kind. Yeah, so next one is admit when you're wrong and apologize. That's a big thing. It's one thing to say, yeah, I was wrong, you know, I should have done this different, but the apology is what really seals the deal and will give people a new respect and a new understanding for you. Having a pet, particularly a dog, will help in so many cases. You don't know how, oh, I mean, you probably, if you have a dog, you know, but like when you come home from work after an exhausting day and all you want to do is just curl up and just do nothing, and your little friend comes and sits on your lap, and it just makes everything okay. Or when you're sick and you're stuck in bed and she just curls up at your legs, it's like, it's something irreplaceable that no person can ever give you that feeling. And I'm so beyond thankful that I have my little Lux. What? Hi. Okay, we're just gonna keep moving as I'm scratching her because I think she's enjoying herself. The next one is calmly approaching a situation. This is like a tongue twister for me and I don't know why. Calmly approaching a situation will drastically change the outcome of the situation for the better. Going at it, you know, guns blazing, screaming and fighting and already so worked up that you aren't even thinking straight, you're just saying things just because you're mad, never helps the situation. So look at it calmly, go to it calmly, and just almost as if like you, I don't say that you don't care, but like kind of detach your emotions from it a little bit until you can hear both sides. And it's incredible how less stressed you will be in life and how much better all of your relationships will improve. Patience is more than a virtue. It is just, patience. Patience, patience, patience. It makes so much less stress in your life if you can just be patient and just trust that everything will happen in due time. And like, not only to just be patient in situations and like in the timing of things working out, which again ties into my first thing that I said, but like, be patient with yourself, be patient with your husband and with your dog and with, you know, just life, because, you know, if you're patient with yourself, then you give yourself time to grow and learn, and it's not rushed. If you give patience to your husband, it gives them a chance to try to change and not be scared to make mistakes. If you're patient with your dog, it's the same thing. If you're trying to train them to do something, be patient, because they can't learn something overnight. You just need to be patient with life. Don't rush it. Don't force anything. Just let it happen in God's will. You know, just be patient. In every situation, always try to see the other person's point of view. It's, again, kind of hard to accept sometimes, but really you might both be right. Sometimes there's not a right or a wrong or a yes or a no answer. And when you sit down, especially if you're in an argument or in a discussion, and you can think, okay, I really, like, in my mind, I know this is right, but I can also see where he was coming from. Maybe there was miscommunication, or maybe I meant it this way and he meant it this way. And it just leaves more common ground for you guys to meet in any situation. And I refer to it, I say he, I'm referring to my husband. That is the same in, you know, with your parents. You know, your parents can always be texting you and calling you, and you might think, oh my gosh, just stop. But to them, it's like their baby has grown up and moved out, and they feel like they're losing you, and maybe they just want to stay in contact. Like, so you just have to look at it from both points. Instead of getting so worked up all the time, see it from both sides. It's important to pick and choose your battles in life, because honestly, like, don't sweat the small stuff, and that is so important. Sis, you went down. But like little things, like things that just like irk you, that are pet peeves of your own, let them go sometimes, because fighting is so draining, not only on yourself, but all of your relationships, whether it's your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your husband, whatever. Like, pick and choose your battles, because, you know, you can only take so much whining and complaining before you get fed up. It's just important to let the small things slide, because nobody is perfect. And I know, you know, sometimes it's hard to hear it this way, but like, if you were in their shoes, you would probably be like, oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Like, relationships are never 50-50. And I wish I could have known this sooner in life, especially like my like 16, 17-year-old self. As a partner, you're supposed to pick up the slack when one can't hear, whether, you know, one might be going through seasonal depression, or having a hard time at work, or, well, even if it's mental or physical, if they're, you know, a little slower at work, like, you're supposed to help each other. You're supposed to be there. If, you know, one is a little sad, you're supposed to help, you know, bring the light into the situation. If someone is struggling in work, you're supposed to support them and let them know it's going to be okay. Like, a relationship is never 50-50, and it is so important to hear that and to know that, and just be partnered, be there for each other. Another thing, just in like collaboration with that, is it's important to remember that, you know, if there's a problem in life, it's you two versus the problem, not you versus the problem versus him versus the problem. Like, it just remember, like, every battle you fight, or every battle he is fighting, or every battle you're fighting, you're doing it together, whether it's mental or physical. You guys are partners, you're a team, and you need to be there for each other. Running and owning your own business is not easy. I mean, I didn't think it was gonna be easy, but like, it's harder than I thought it was gonna be. Reading the Bible daily is a game changer. Like, changes everything. Changes the way you look at life, changes your relationships, changes your mood, changes your personality, changes your thoughts, changes your mindset. It just changes everything for the better, of course. The Bible is literally a guide to how to do life. You know, that's literally what the Bible is. And once you read it and study it and understand it, honestly, it's like, why did I even worry about things like this? Because here's my answer, you know? A morning and night routine is so beneficial to life. Duh. I don't know, like, why I was sounding like that was gonna be so deep, but having a morning and night routine, and it doesn't have to be set in stone, but, you know, knowing, like, I'm waking up at this time every day, I will do this, this, and this. Like, it just puts your day off on the right foot. It makes it easy to do things like read the Bible daily, because you know what to expect, and then you let that middle time of the day to change. You know, it doesn't have to be the same. You don't have to get burnt out, but knowing, like, okay, every morning I'm going to do this, and then at night, this is what I'm going to do to unwind, and then I will be comfortable and ready for bed. Knowing that you have those two steady things in the day, let the middle to change, up for new things. It's just like the perfect balance of stability but change, and it makes life so much smoother, like, honestly. And my last thing that I really have started to learn and incorporate and realize this year is that you're never alone. No matter how alone you may feel, you know, you may feel like you have no friends, that you're doing things by yourself, that nobody understands you. God is always there. He is like your built-in 24/7 BFF. And once you realize that, like, there's no reason to be sad or to be, I mean, you know, like, it just kind of makes seeming sad and seeming lost and alone feel kind of silly, because you're not, you know what I mean? You're never alone. God's always there. So, all right guys, so that wraps up this video. That was my 21 things I've learned in 21 years. And I am so excited to see what this year holds for me and my husband and my life and everything. I'm excited to see where this year goes. It's crazy. I can't believe I'm 21. Like, sometimes when people say like, oh, how old are you? I want to be like 18. But I'm like, I'm not 18 anymore. Which is like, I just can't believe how fast time goes. Like, it is like surreal. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video and you're curious to see what I did on my 21st birthday, hop on over to the rest of my channel, check out some other videos. And don't forget to watch last year's video like this. Yeah, that is all for this video. Thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up, and please, please, please subscribe down below. I'm almost halfway to being monetized, so fingers crossed that happens soon, which is just a big milestone. So I'm excited for that too. That can be my birthday gift, guys. Subscribe down below.